Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 12 of Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, and it is Sketch Sunday. My pin for today is a sketch by Brenda Ragsdale, and it is lots of scrap opportunity, some triangles, which these kind of triangles I'm fine with. These are the easy ones. So I am using Cool Boy by Pebbles. I have the paper pad and the 6x8 paper pad. I have a few embellishments, not a lot, but I do have this sticker set from a friend of mine that I'm going to use, and some embellishments from the collection. So I have my papers, my embellishments, I have my pictures and the sketch. So let's see how this goes. Okay, like I said, this is the easy kind of triangle because you just cut your paper at a diagonal and you're good to go. I needed two of those, and that was easy to do. My original plan was I was going to completely turn this on its head and have the top of the big triangle at the on the top of the layout, because my pictures are actually portrait side or design and not horizontal or landscape. And but I decided I was just going to take the circle where the two pictures are connected and take that circle and turn it in the two pictures, and that is what I do. So first things first, I'm going to use scrap after scrap, as many scraps as I can, and get the majority of these bits and pieces layered. So everything you see here, scraps. I'm not going to use those teal ones up at the top right. They don't end up being something I want to work with, at least on this layout. Because I've selected this green washed out paper as my base page instead of a white background, I wanted something a little bit more bold, so I could use this triangle with the it's got a colorful grid in it, but it is white paper, so it would have disappeared into a white background. I didn't want a black background, and so I decided that I would actually use a pattern paper from my collection. Crazy. That's what I'm trying really hard to do, is to use those papers, and then I use this full 6x8 from the paper pad, the orange plaid, and then I'm gonna use some other bits and pieces. So far, other than the orange, everything I've got going on here is a scrap. I do take another 6x8 paper pad paper and cut like a 3-inch bit off of it, and it's that paper you can kind of see off to the left a little. It's got dinosaurs on it. It's that same grid paper, or very similar to the grid paper that I'm using for the triangle, but this is going to go on top of the orange paper, and be like that dark black strip of paper she's got on her sketch. Yes, you can see where that doesn't meet up, but I'm going to make sure that that gets covered with my pictures. There is no gap between her pictures, so I figure that I could make that happen and extend the length of that orange 6x8 paper by leaving that bigger gap. So I get that on there, and then I'm going to do this layer of the dinosaur paper, and I'm winging it kind of here with them being met up like and going in the same direction, just because I am going to put so much stuff on here. I don't feel like, unless it's some drastic thing, that you're going to notice that like the orange paper is not exactly in line, or the dinosaur paper, because there's a bunch of layers going on top of it. So I am just going to add until I'm happy. The plaid paper in the background, the triangle, is not attached down at the point. So I've only attached it on the right side so that I can lift it up and move things around. And then when I put the pictures down, I only attach those right in the middle of the picture so that I could still tuck above and below, without having to like re-pull up the pictures and stuff. Let's see. So then next step is to get the pictures matted. I use paper from the 6x8 paper pad. So in all reality, I could have done this layout for Mad About Mini paper pads because I used 3 full 6x8 mini papers by doing a bunch of the things that I'm going to do on here, and then a bunch of scraps on top of that. So yay, that makes me happy. And then let's see. Next step is I want to work on the cluster at that bottom. So I've got that little triangle that just is flip-flopped from the bigger one. And then I'm going to add the paper that I used for matting my pictures. I still had like, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches worth. And so I punched 3 partial circles, and I'm just going to tuck those in places. Now in her sketch, she's got some smaller circles, 3 of them. And so I'm using these half circles for that. And then I am going to add a couple of circles, like full circles as well. So that, I was using up the rest of that paper from the background from the pictures. And it brings that same pattern in everywhere. It's kind of like a t-shirt material. It's kind of cool, but it's very muted. And I felt like there was enough pattern and busyness in this layout that I didn't need anything more loud. So plus it brings, like I said, the paper I've used for that background in to the layout a little bit more. So I get that stuff down, and then after I am done with building all the layers and things, I found this monster truck. It's a cut apart. And so I really wanted to use that as the circle between the 2 pictures. So I used my Creative Memories circle punch, but the way that it was in there, I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted it to without having a little bit of this wordy bit at the top. It said Monster Truck Show, and the word show was in the still in the little circle when I punched it out, and I didn't want that showing, so I fussy cut the word monster truck out of the tag, and then I just glue it on the top, and I'm so happy with the way that turned out. It covers up where it says show, and so now it just says monster truck with that little monster truck in the middle of it. I matte that on white so it stands out a little, and then I ink it so that it also gives it a little bit more definition, and then I put it up on foam, and that way it gives it a little bit more of a depth. And I put it between the 2 pictures. And then I've got another circle at the bottom that's got that grid paper with the dinosaurs, and I ink around that because I felt like it was going to kind of disappear into that plaid grid paper. And then I use every single sticker from the sticker sheet my friend Stephanie sent me that had what my cousin calls dig dirts. And these are his kids with my grandson in the picture, and so I felt like it was very appropriate to use all of those because that's what the 2 boys are playing with, and then AJ is playing with a monster truck, which is why I wanted to bring it all together. And that's why I titled this layout Let the Good Times Roll, because I thought that was pretty fitting, although it also says monster truck, just have fun, and boys are the best. So honestly, could title it any of those things, but I'm going to stick with the Let the Good Times Roll. This is New Year's Day, and I want to say adults, but it was also, some of our older kids were playing like board games and card games and stuff like that, and the kids, the littles, were over playing with cars and stuff on the carpet with one of my cousins, and so it was a lot of fun, and I was glad that I got a couple of pictures of them playing, because the 2 boys that my grandson's playing with are older by like 2 and 4 years or something like that. So, but anyway, that's what I just put down, is that little orange strip says Let the Good Times Roll. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to put it because I can't put it where the title calls for because I put those dig dirts there. But I wanted it in that same general space, so I went ahead and put it up here at the top and added a few little embellishment stars just to kind of finish that area off. And then I'd like use that entire sticker sheet that had like little construction hats and cones and stuff. I just kind of scattered them all around, made little scenes here and there, put a truck down at the bottom. I just thought that it was cute and added a lot to the layout. and used the whole entire sheet, which made me really happy. I did do some journaling over here and just said something about the kids playing with the dig dirts and the monster trucks on New Year's while the adults were playing with, playing cards and games and stuff. And that's it. I'm excited to have used some scraps, quite a few scraps. And like I said, almost 3 complete sheets of 6x8 papers from the paper pad and another memory documented. The first for the year. I'm trying to go to the beginning of the year and see what I've missed from where I just kind of documented something that I was wanting to document at the moment. And I have, I think, 3 more for January to do before I'll be done with January 2026. And that will make me very, very happy. I like to go and finish 2025 first, but except for Christmas, because I can't finish Christmas. I need Christmas layouts to do for Christmas in whatever month we're in. So, but anyway, I hope you'll go check out everybody's hopping along with Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. And I hope you all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.